Today is Valentine's Day. Since I'm single, I'm gonna take myself out on a date. 2 Spotify playlists for Valentine's Day. I was dressed warm enough to arrive at the theater, but I was not dressed warm enough to leave the theater. Fellow YouTubers, I'm Cassandra Joy and welcome to my channel. Starting the day off in the mirror today so I could show you my cute outfit. I thrifted this really cool, the only word I can think of is cardigan, but it's super long. It was in the coat section of Goodwill and it is heavy material. This is made really well. It has pockets, so I was immediately sold, but I just love the color. It's like a cross between sweater material and tweed, and it just looks so cute. So I'm wearing this with a long black shirt and some skinny jeans, my Doc Marten knockoff platform boots. Basically, I've just picked an outfit where I feel really pretty today. I've gone to the extra effort with my makeup. I feel like my hair looks glorious, which is a rarity. And the reason I've gone to all this extra effort is because today is Valentine's Day. And I've decided that since I'm single, I'm gonna take myself out on a date. I'm gonna do all the cliche Valentine's Day things. I'm going to buy myself flowers. I'm gonna treat myself to a coffee. And I will absolutely be taking myself to a movie. I did this last year and I'm so glad I did because it really changed my perspective on being single. I've had many years where I've been single and Valentine's Day was just the darkest of dark days. It was Armageddon, the sky was falling, the world was ending. It was a day that I dreaded. And there have been a couple things that have helped shift my perspective on seasons of singleness, but the main thing that helped was realizing that I'm not going to be single forever. I may only have a year or two left of being single and I want to enjoy it while I have it. And as much as I would love to be in a couple, in a relationship, there is a beautiful kind of freedom to being single. And so I've basically just been actively choosing to see my season of singleness as a gift, as an opportunity, instead of a curse and that there's something wrong with me and that maybe my guy doesn't even exist. And it's really been an exercise in trust and faith, believing without a doubt that God has my guy somewhere out there, that he does exist. My guy, not God. The existence of God is not in question here. I'm not gonna be single forever. So while I am, I'm gonna enjoy it for all it's worth. Hopefully that didn't sound too confusing. I could definitely delve into it way more, but I feel like that's a lot to start with as an intro to the vlog, so I'm not gonna. But hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you guys kind of get the gist of what's happening today, and I hope you don't mind, but I figured I would take you along with me. So basically we're just gonna have a big ol' gal pal date on Valentine's Day together. Seriously, love my outfit though. I will never again underestimate how doing your hair and makeup and dressing in something that makes you feel attractive can change your whole day, can change your whole outlook and perspective on yourself and your situation. And I even put on my most expensive perfume, which I got from Ireland all those years ago at the Burren Perfumery, which you can still order their perfume, by the way, from the States. It just costs a pretty penny. Okay, let's get this love day started. Aw, the sun sort of came out today. Okay, I'm in the car, freezing. I'll turn the air up in a minute because you guys don't need to hear. Oh, I need to reapply my lipstick. We have a few boxes to check off for our love day task list, one of which being coffee. You cannot start any good day without a cozy cup of coffee from your favorite coffee shop. I think you all know where we're going. We're gonna go to Purebred, but on the way, we're gonna stop at a Walgreens, and I wanna see if I can get some of my Dove chocolate that I love and some flowers if they have any. And if all they have is fake flowers, that'll be fine. They won't die and I won't have to grieve their loss. Is anybody else like that? I love getting flowers. I love it. But I also really hate when they die. And all I can think is that it was a waste of money to buy flowers that are just gonna die in a week. So if all they have is fake flowers, I'll be fine with that. Just got to Walgreens. I've been listening to one of my 2 Spotify playlists for Valentine's Day. I made one called For the Love, which has all of the sweet romantic love songs, and then one called Heartbreak Road that is full of a myriad of sad songs. Because who doesn't love a good sad song? I chose Heartbreak Road, not because I'm sad, but because I genuinely love sad songs. I think they are some of the most well-written lyrics of all time. And I have a bunch of my favorites in there. I've linked both of those playlists down below if you'd like to listen along, not just for Valentine's Day, but for any old time, depending on what mood you're in. I put my keys in here, right? Yes. I was talking and I forgot what I did. For now, I'm gonna go into Walgreens and see what they have to offer in the way of chocolate and flowers.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that I love
Now to see if they have any flowers.
Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal.
I'm just passing by the journal section and these journals are huge. Look at these. I would have loved something like this in my high school days when all I did was write my stories in journals and notebooks. So cool.
'Cause a love like this is rare, and I wanna take you there.
Okay, my word, Walgreens. Ooh, pricey, I gotta say. I feel like my grocery store is a little cheaper. I'm listening to Die From a Broken Heart by Maddie and Tay. I'll show you what I got. Some Dove chocolate, my favorite kind of chocolate. I was out and I figured today would be a good day to have it. They did in fact have flowers. I completely missed them the first go around I had of the store. I haven't been in here in honestly years, so I didn't quite know where everything was. They had them, so I got myself a single rose with some baby's breath. I thought that was cute. Flowers are expensive, my word. That smells so good. I love roses. Roses are my favorite scent. Probably one of my top favorite flowers. I know, everybody loves roses, but honestly, they're my favorite. And if they're your favorite, they're your favorite. You should not feel ashamed of that. So yeah, I got myself a little rose. And then, here's what cost me a little bit more than I had planned. I happened to find in the checkout a Harry Potter magazine. 25 Years of Magic, and it's a special collector's issue. I bought the magazine that had the Friends celebrating however many years as well, and I thought, well, I can't not do it for Harry Potter too. So I got this for myself. I will put it in a very special place where it won't get bent, but I just am so excited to read all of the stories and behind the scenes thing and learn more about how J.K. Rowling got started. I mean, honestly, she is my biggest inspiration as far as authors go who went from a nobody to somebody and made it big. It's such a cool life lesson. You know, you have an idea, a unique idea, and you have a raw talent, and you don't let fear or intimidation stop you. All you have is a belief and a faith that it just might work, and she's living proof that that kind of faith moves mountains. I definitely will give this a read. I might even take it to the coffee shop with me. That might be fun. Yeah, I think I'll do that because I really want to read this now. So yeah, that's everything I got myself from Walgreens. Now let's head to the coffee shop. Listening to my For the Love playlist on Spotify. I added a scarf because it got a little chilly. But yes, please enjoy this love song montage as I drive to the coffee shop. My shoulders need to put your head next to mine. That's not the lyrics. Till dawn, dear, Dream a little dream of me. I just don't write them like that anymore. Ooh, name what movie this is from. Such a good movie. Such a good book series, too. That's a little hint. No one else's eyes that can see into me. Whoa, whoa. And you know my heart by heart. Oops. Key change.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much.
Okay, we've just gotten to the coffee shop. It looks like no one's here. I mean, the parking lot is completely empty. This whole strip is usually so hard to find a parking spot because everyone is here all at once. But I guess on Valentine's Day, people have better things to do. Except for me. That's wonderful for us because that means we get the coffee shop almost entirely to ourselves.
We got everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. When it all breaks down.
So I thought before going home, I would stop in at the local grocer's and see if I could pick up a fun little Valentine's treat for myself. It's definitely chilly, but a kind of chill that sort of wakes you up. Or maybe that's just the coffee I had, I don't know. But the sun's out and it just makes me so happy. Toast popcorn. I've tried these before and they're delicious. They taste like, I feel like they tasted like Cinnamon Toast Crunch the last time I tasted them, but I'll give another taste test and see if that's changed and see if I'm remembering that right. Oh, it's just such a pretty day. I don't want to move on to the next thing. But I need to, because the day is moving on. We've got a lot of stuff to do. Feelings when it feels so hard to breathe, so hard to hold back when I'm holding you. We don't need to rush this, take it slow. Just a kiss on your lips in the moonlight. I don't wanna mess this thing up, so baby I'm alright. Just a kiss goodnight. Just a kiss goodnight. They push, shove and won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still. I love the Civil Wars. I'm so sad they broke up. They are my favorite band of all time, forever and always. You cannot convince me otherwise. I don't care if they don't make any more music. They were amazing. On it home, we've still got time. You have a choice. Okay, just got home, gonna go in and get lunch, but first I wanted to do a little taste test. I haven't had this in probably a year, so I think it's about time. The only thing that concerns me is that it is made on equipment that also processes peanuts. This could go one way or another, but they are gluten-free. And I didn't have a problem with them the last time I ate them, so I think we'll be okay. I will most likely be fine as long as I don't have the whole bag, which I don't plan to do anyway. It's fine, you only live once, and I've got an EpiPen in the house if all else fails. Although I will say, peanuts, I've never needed an EpiPen for. Okay, taste test. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that's it. They're so good. They are Jody's Gourmet Popcorn. They have brown sugar, that's the first ingredient. I can definitely taste that. Non-GMO popcorn, water, butter, ground cinnamon, sea salt, baking soda, soybean oil. It's a desserty food. Not the healthiest, but a very nice Valentine's treat. Gonna stop before I fill up on that. Go inside and get some lunch. And then I'm gonna take myself out to see a movie. I popped back home for just a little bit to kill some time, but now we're on the road again. Basically, there's a movie called Death on the Nile. It's based on an Agatha Christie book. It's actually the same book I rented from the library. I only read like the first chapter this morning. I was hoping to finish reading the book before I saw the movie, but alas. Gonna watch the movie first, but that's okay. Part of me is kind of glad because at least now I'll be shocked when I find out who the villain is. But I've never taken myself to the movies, just me, before, so this will be interesting. When I bought the ticket last night, it said I was the only person in the theater to watch this movie. I guess Valentine's Day there's not a lot of demand for murder mysteries, but I mean that'd be cool if I just had the theater to myself. I could just pick any seat I wanted. So we'll see once we get there, but I've got to leave now if I want to be on time and have enough time to get in line for some theater popcorn, because really, let's be honest, that's half the reason you go, is for the delicious, incomparable theater popcorn. Down with Cupid, down with love. Dot your eyes and never let them see you cry. Girl, it's just a breakup and start acting like a lady, cause after even when you fall apart, say my mama, broken heart. Is her kiss more you could stop time with? Lips that better than mine did. You just know it's meant to be magic. You ever miss me? We can't sleep at night. She's
Turn right at the traffic light.
I wanted you more. There was no room for me to change your mind. And looking back now, I'm sure. I guess I wanted you more.
Tell the road boys, and here it is, the final night alive. Oh boy, it's you. I think he did it, just can't prove it. But I ain't giving up until the day. I think he did it to know how to cover up a scene. Life insurance policy.
Okay, fun. My GPS took me the exact back way to get here, and it took me into a driveway that you could not drive a car through. So I had to do a little explore to get to where I am now, but I finally made it to the front of the theater. Just looking for a parking space now. Looks like there is one right up front. Yes! I'm surprised at how many cars there are. I mean, they're not that many, but there's more than I thought. Let's go in, get some popcorn, and watch this movie.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night.
Alright, got the popcorn. Now to theater 5, I think.
It's just us.
I will say this feels very weird going to a movie all alone, but kind of thrilling too. Hopefully the movie's good. I mean, it's Agatha Christie, I'm sure it will be.
Oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, 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 I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, oh.
So the movie was amazing. It's freezing. It snowed while I was in there, and everyone's phones went off for an alarm for a weather report, basically saying it's gonna get real cold real fast. Drive carefully. It's so cold my hands hurt. Luckily, I'm not too terribly far from home. I hate bad weather with a passion, so I'm gonna be driving real carefully all the way home.
Take it slow. You know the drill.
Yeah, I do.
Be as careful as you could be.
Yep, I plan to. All right, I made it home safely. I figured you'd all want to know, and I would give you a quick rundown of what the movie was like and basically my thoughts on it. I'll try not to give any spoilers because if you haven't watched it, it's a really good ending. But it kept me guessing the whole time. I suspected lots of different people for lots of different reasons, and I will say the acting was superb in this movie. The people played their parts so well and so convincingly. It was wonderfully cast, the pacing was great, the setting was gorgeous. If you guys don't know, Egypt is one of my favorite places, not necessarily to visit, but just as a whole. There's so much history, there's so much lore and that kind of thing. Oh, there's Dad. He's laughing at me because I'm talking to you guys. The movie itself was beautiful. Honestly, I think they used a drone camera for some of the shots, and it was just the most beautiful aerial scenery. I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, halfway through the movie, everybody's phone started going off. Anybody who hadn't turned their ringers off, there was an alarm, one of those almost Amber Alert kind of alarms that go off. It was a weather warning, basically saying if you don't have to travel, don't, because it's gonna get real cold real fast and we can't guarantee that the roads will be safe. I'm sitting in the middle of a theater when this message comes to my phone. That's great. So I finished the end of the movie and came out, and the whole outside had changed. I wanted to do a shot of the whole parking lot to kind of show you what it looked like and how much it had changed in the hour and a half I had been in the theater. But when I stepped outside, it was so cold, my hands started hurting. I was dressed warm enough to arrive at the theater, but I was not dressed warm enough to leave the theater. I got in the car and the car couldn't warm up fast enough. My hands hurt so badly. They're fine now. I'm toasty warm now, but I'm also home, so safe and sound. No worries. I drove like a granny all the way home, and honestly, so did everyone else. I think we all had the same idea. Let's get home alive. Okay? Okay. I really had a lot of fun making this day special. Of course, celebrating something like this alone isn't the same as celebrating it with someone else, but I will say I enjoy doing this far more than I enjoy moping around watching rom-coms and crying all day. As far as things to do when you're single on Valentine's Day, I feel like doing this is a lot more productive and a lot more healthy than the alternative. I enjoyed it. I didn't really feel sad at all. There was a teeny tiny moment driving to the theater where I was like, man, it would be fun to do this with someone. But then once I got into the theater and did the thing by myself, it sounds silly, but I've never gone to the theater by myself before. I've always gone with a friend or a family member. It was never a solo expedition. So I'm wondering if that maybe was more that it sort of felt a bit intimidating. But honestly, once I was in there watching the movie, I forgot all about the fact that I was there alone. And like I said at the beginning, I don't know how many more single Valentine days I will have. I could find my future guy next year, the year after that. I just don't know. And so while I'm single, I really want to focus on embracing it, celebrating it, making it special. There will be so many wonderful years where I'm married and have a family and I get to grow old with someone. But right now, I just have me and I have all the freedom that comes with just me. So I'm really glad I did this and have accidentally kind of sort of turned this into a tradition. Like I said, I did it last year and that was the first time I took myself out on a date. This year is the second year in a row and I definitely want to keep up the tradition as long as I'm single, because it not only offers a fresh perspective on singleness and what that looks like on a day that celebrates love, but it also is an example of treating singleness not as a curse, but as a gift. A temporary gift, hopefully, but a gift nonetheless. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. If you watched to the end, make sure to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a future video from me. I post on Wednesdays and Saturdays, both at 6 a.m., and you're not going to want to miss out on all that fun. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one.